This episode is being recorded out of Shop Talk Podcast Studios in Oak Park, Michigan. For more information, visit www.shoptalkpod.com.
You was like,
Oh, feel
don't
it.
touch it. No, feel what?
Oh, feel it. Feel it.
I can't. You know, that's hard.
Ooh, ain't it? What? Huh? What? Doing the most. You're listening to another episode of Doing the Most with your hosts,
Marcy K.
and Eric
So
J.
even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream.
That's right.
I know that's right.
One day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Come on now.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Come on now. Come on, King.
Yes. Dr. King.
Yes. 56th anniversary. I have a dream
I have a
speech.
dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia,
Come on, Red Hill.
Let's go.
sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream
Come on.
that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice,
That's where our guest is from. Mississippi.
sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be
Dirty
transformed
South.
into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream.
Come on now.
I know that's
Had a
right.
dream. Welcome to Doing the Most official podcast with your host, Marcy K.
And Mr. JayCooln.
Mr. Eric J is out ill today, but we're going to still do the most. For you guys who do not know, you can reach us find us on
Twitter at Doing the Most Official Podcast. Instagram at Doing the Most Official Podcast. And Facebook at Doing the Most Podcast.
and you can find us on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Spreaker, and
iHeartRadio.
So, how was your... I know that's right. So, once again, today is going to be an excellent today. That intro was Dr. Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech, where there was over 200,000 people who sat and listened
Yes.
to Dr. Martin Luther King on that hill. So, today's the 56th anniversary. Shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Shout out to Dr. King.
And everybody who marched. My mom was one of the people who was there.
That's good.
Yeah, she was there, and she marched all the way there, so that way she can be able to hear him speak. And they went through a whole lot during that time.
They did.
And she
They did.
always used to say, my mom is from Selma, Alabama. So shout out to my mama. I love you. Her name is Earlene. You know, that's one of them country names, child.
And my
Earlene.
grandma Lois, you know, she from Arkansas.
Auntie Lois, you know, when you got them
Grandma
country
Lois.
names.
Right.
But you know, right. And so I'm really, really excited today because we also have another hidden figure. Even though Dr. Martin Luther King did the most, we got another person who did the most, who was also part of our history as well. But we'll get to that. But first, we're going to talk about Mr. JayCooln. How was your week?
My week was good. You know.
What'd you do?
It was.
You
it
know
was,
what? This every week.
So look, starting from Friday, I know y'all tuned in on Instagram and social media. We was doing the most.
That was on Saturday.
That was Friday.
No, we went out Friday. Or was that Saturday?
That was Friday.
You showed that what
That was
Saturday.
Friday. We went to 350 Terrace on Friday.
That was Saturday.
That was Friday.
You show?
I'm positive.
All right. Well, we did the most.
We did
at
the
30.
most.
I had so much fun.
I had fun too. Everybody looked nice.
Well, you can
know,
see
we
our
did
pictures
good.
on our page, Doing the
Yeah.
Most Official Podcast on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, and other than that, I just been
You chilled out.
running errands, working out and stuff, and getting ready for work and stuff like that. So.
Right. So what's going on with the working out and everything? What is
it's still going.
What is the weight contest? What is this?
Yeah,
Muscle man contest?
bodybuilding contest.
Bodybuilding contest. What
Yeah.
is it? I feel like you've been working on this a whole year. Like,
Nah,
what's good?
I got some stuff going on with that right now.
You got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, keep working on now because
I will.
I'm trying to get flex like you. You
That
know,
lemon burn. How that lemon burn been going?
you know that lemon burn is gone. I need to get. I need to get some more lemon burn, baby. I need some more lemon burn. so I can burn this meat.
How your week been going, Marcy?
But you know what? It was really, really good. I had a good week. I did the most out with my crew, and we met some good people.
That's wonderful. I had a great time.
I had a great time too. You was a flirt. You know, I just want to let you know that you was a flirt. You worse than
you
me,
too.
child.
No, you had him. Hey, I commend you. Had him. You was doing the most for sure.
Bag in a Birkin. Yeah, I had a great time this weekend. What else did I do? I mainly chilled out this weekend. I took care of some business on the most part. My daughter's birthday was that. Matter of fact, it was Saturday. My daughter's birthday was on Friday, and we went out on Saturday.
Right.
And so, so we did go out on Saturday. It was Saturday because my daughter's birthday was that Friday. So we went out on Saturday.
It was Friday.
I don't know. Anyways, so we did the most, and but no, for real, I had a good week. It was really, really nice. But we're gonna go ahead on and introduce the first Black female suit tech at NASA. She's a hidden figure. She is that girl. She is featured in LMP, the Preview magazine.
Shout out.
LMP, the Review magazine. And she's also featured in VoyageHouston.com. Also, I know, right? She do the most.
Doing the most in these streets.
And Gulf Coast Woman magazine. I want to give a round of applause to Sharon McDougle.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, baby.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're very, 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 very welcome. I met Sharon down in Houston. Before I even walked in the door, I knew she was somebody by the way she carried herself. You know, some women, they can be really nice, nasty.
Yeah.
And she wasn't that. She
just
wasn't
felt
that.
her energy.
I felt her energy before I even knew who she was, because she was actually standing on behind me because we was going in the door. And I said, "Is this the right door?" And she was like, "I don't know, child. I'm following you." I said, "Girl, we just gonna go through this door, honey, dear." But she was very, very nice. I interviewed her on the Doing the Most couch, and you can watch our video. It's actually on her page as well. Sharon McDougle. You can see on her page, and also that girl page, and it's also on Doing the Most official podcast page. But that interview was really, really nice, and I learned that I like I said, I didn't realize who I was sitting down. I was sitting down with history, and so I am very, very humbled and excited to be interviewing you, especially being a beautiful, bold, empowered woman that you are, because it's not often that we can run into women who are graceful, beautiful, and kind-spirited as well. So I just want to commend you on who you are and being such, a gem in this modern day. Okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Right. So please, I want to know, we want to know who is
Miss Sharon McDougle.
Right.
First of all, she is a loving wife and a wonderful mother.
I know that's right.
Yes.
I know that's right.
What she is most famous for.
Yes.
And of course, her sister, auntie, all those family things, But my little claim to fame is I was the first Black crew escape equipment suit technician.
I know that's right.
I'll clarify it.
You say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
The first Black Space Shuttle crew escape equipment.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they do have the white suit, which is the EMU.
Okay. Okay.
And so I don't know who may have been in that lab and what years they may have. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, step on nobody's toes.
That's right.
They're called suit techs as well.
That's right.
But in my department, I was the first.
Okay.
I know that's right.
And so I was in the Air Force previously before I went and worked at the United States Alliance, which is where I got my training that set me up to be prepared for that opportunity when it came along. So in the Air Force, I suited up. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with military, but the SR-71 and U-2 reconnaissance aircraft.
Really?
I suited up the crew members that flew in those planes and loaded their survival equipment into the plane and strapped them into that.
Okay.
For 7.5 years. So that's how I got my training to be able to work with the astronauts, because they got the suits from the Air Force.
Okay.
So I already knew all of that when I joined United States Alliance, which was at the time it was Popeys, and then we became United States Alliance later on.
Okay.
So I was born a poor black child in Lost Point, Mississippi.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, look,
She said poor
black child with a little southern accent on that.
Right.
That's the story. I'm like that.
The dirty South.
I grew up there, and I had a couple hard times there. My father died when I was 4 years old, and my mother was killed in a car accident a few blocks from our home when I was 7.
Yeah, I saw your interview online that you did, and you were speaking of being only 7 years old when your mother was killed in a car accident, and your father died at 4, and you are of 12. You have 12 siblings, and you was the 9th child.
It's 12 of us total. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm number 9. As one of my other friends said, engine number 9.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with being engine number 9. That's a good number, child.
My mom was so like she was tired when she got to the point. She didn't give me a middle name. Just Sharon. You just Sharon.
Okay. So my other question for you, Mrs. Sharon, is how was it growing up with being the 9th child? Because I know you all got separated. So how was it?
And that's what I was about to say. My oldest sister, she was 17 years older than me, so I really didn't know her as a little kid. You know how it is. You got the younger ones and the older ones are grown and they move on. So I really didn't know her and some of the older ones. So when my mother died, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were already gone. So I didn't know them that well.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the ones that were closer to my age. As far as my sisters and brothers. So when my mom got killed when I was 7 and everybody split up, I was left with my little sister that was like 3 years younger than me.
Right.
I'm still really close to her.
So y'all was stuck like glue for real.
Exactly. She lives in Tennessee, Donna. Hey, sissy, love you. That's my heart right there. That's my heart right there. But anyway, we still have that bond today. I mean, I love my mother, brothers, and sisters, but we're not close like she and I.
Right.
Okay.
You know. And then, like I say, they were gone, and we're all different ages, so I didn't really get to know them.
Okay,
but
so
they're my blood, and I love them, mind you. So we moved on. I lived with my oldest sister. She was already married with her own kids, and she was only 23, mind you, when my mom got killed. So she was still young, and she had 5 kids, and they were all younger than me, and I was 7.
Wow.
And so, but she's married, and you had her own little family and stuff, so she moved into my mom's house, and I lived with her. And eventually it ended up just being me left after all the other brothers and sisters dispersed. And so I had to grow up real quick. I had never done anything when my mom was alive. So this is where it got hard. All of a sudden I was thrust into being almost a grown-up.
Okay.
And it was hard. It was hard. It was times when I couldn't find my other shoe to go to school. And school, if you listen to the interview, school was my refuge. It was my getaway. I wish it was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because I was always working at home. I was always doing something. I didn't get beat or mistreated or anything, you know. But it just, I just had to do everything, and it was hard. And I'm not gonna, delve into it too much, but it was hard. But it did help shape me into the woman I am.
Amen.
It did play a big part of shaping me into the woman I am, because I always mentioned that, if my mom would have survived, I probably would have been a little soft thing, not been as tough as I am, because she probably would have coddled me and dated me a lot. So, it was some give and take. Not saying that I'm happy my mom died by no means, because I love my mom to death. Let me tell you about that story when my mom died. As a matter of fact, usually I go everywhere with her, right? And this day she was going to the seafood store to get some seafood for dinner. And I got this car like I normally do, had a bunch of Cracker Jacks. I'm sitting on the front seat, before seat belt and everything, big old buckets, the long bench seat. Big old station wagon, all the kids, and she sat there for a second, and she said, no, you stay here this time. And, I acted like I was going to cry, and then you know how the mama view that look. And I was like, okay, let me get my butt out the car.
Okay.
Right.
And I went on back in the house. And on the way back home from the store, the streets were just a little wet enough where it's slick. It had just rained enough for the oil to come up and slick the streets up.
Yeah, when it first started raining.
Blocks from the house. Yeah, and like I said, it's a little town, so the blocks aren't like city blocks. So it was walking distance from my house, And all of a sudden you hear ambulances and a bunch of activity, and everybody always run down to the scene whenever you see an ambulance or police car in a small town.
Was
and
any
I
of you?
didn't.
Well, excuse me.
I stayed home. Yeah.
Was any other siblings in the car?
No, it was only my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, I'm usually the one that goes to the store and do